and welcome back to the Fashion Scoop. I'm Priyanka, and today we have two skinfluencers in the house. Hi, Gargi, and hi, Yashwant. Hi. Please be more energetic.
Hi guys.
Okay, so before we start, this episode is going to be about how beauty, wellness, and skincare has taken such center stage when it comes to our everyday life and fashion at large. So we'll be discussing, and we'll also have lots of fun conversation. So stay tuned. And before that, Yashwant, can you describe yourself in one word for us? And then Gargi will do the same.
One word. Sensitive.
Oh, how cute.
Oh, wow, sensitive.
And you
Hmm.
tell me.
I think I'll say when it comes to beauty and skincare, I think I'll say minimalist.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
have a minimalist
Yeah,
sense of
approach.
style.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. And
I
you
took it
too.
very personally. I was talking about myself.
No, but
As a
that's
person,
good. I was
yeah.
actually asking about
No, I think I
yourself
can
only.
say that I am, in general, also, I'm a very, I prefer minimalism when it comes to everything,
Okay,
almost.
great, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me that what made you guys actually so interested in this whole beauty and skincare space to start with?
Honestly, to me, I feel so, as everyone says, that when we were little, we saw our moms do this and that, and we used to use their makeup and skincare. So for me, it was almost very similar. But I, as far as I can remember, back then I only had the Johnson's Baby Car powder, and I used to mix water in it and put like a cream, a face pack, and do stuff like that with my friends. And I enjoyed doing that from day one. Also, my mom is like a skincare fitness freak, so she's not really into bottled skincare, but she's a lot into the Ayurvedic, the
Okay,
natural
yoga
DIYs,
and all of
home
that.
remedies, and
Okay.
yeah, yoga. So definitely got it from her. And being very honest, I was more inclined towards beauty since day one. And then later on, especially after college, I'll say, after like,
So where did you study?
for college, I was in NIFT, Mumbai. And I studied fashion communication there. But yeah,
Fashion to beauty.
yes.
It's all interrelated.
Yes, everything. So yeah, that's about it.
And what's your story?
I think even for me, like it all began like when I started playing tennis. And since my mom was like, oh, he'll get dark and all. So she started putting sunscreen like to every part of my body. Yeah. And she like, it was Lakme back then, like growing up.
Yeah.
And that is like how I got into like skincare, I think. And then, of course, like when I turned like 14, I started getting cystic acne. And then we went to dermats, nothing worked. And then, like, eventually I started looking for like therapy, basically treatments and all on like on the internet. And then I came across Korean skincare. Like there were like Leah, and there were a couple of more James Wills, and like couple of more bloggers who were talking about skincare. And that is how I got into it. And I like yeah that like I found it very intriguing. And
Now you are spotless. There's not one acne
I'm
and it's
telling
all
you,
glowing.
look at his
Yeah, his
skin.
skin
He's
is
always
glowing.
glowing.
What's your
Always.
secret? What have you done?
I mean, I have been very consistent. Like, I just believe in being consistent with skincare. Like, it's not like overnight thing, right? So, I just like balance things out. Like, once a week, I'll exfoliate with a mild AHA based like exfoliant, and I'll prioritize my barrier. I use like ceramide based moisturizers, and I go out wearing sunscreen every single day. Like, I can't skip sunscreen. So, yeah,
And what's your favorite brand?
favorite brand, hard to choose.
One or two, whatever you like.
I think there's one Japanese brand, Suncut.
Okay.
So that's my favorite. Like, it's one of the very few sunscreen which doesn't feel like anything on skin.
Ah.
Yeah, it just vanishes once you like put it on. You can't feel it.
Are you also a sunscreen girly?
Honestly, I feel from the past 2 years, yes. But before that, not at all.
Okay, so what have you been using? What's your
So I feel obviously influencers and creators, especially in makeup and skincare industry, we get a lot of products to try.
yes?
But I feel if I ever have to go back to using just one brand, it is always going to be Cetaphil. Always let that be its gentle cleanser. I really like their cleanser, and also their the moisturizer, the cream. I love it.
So, do you think like skincare and beauty is for all ages, or like younger people should probably not go for it and leave their skin untouched, or what's like the popular opinion?
No, I feel there's no age for starting out with skincare, but it does depend on um, basic. For example, when you're 25 and above, when you touch 25, I think it is a great idea to introduce retinol. But before 25, I don't think you really need retinol. And I've
So, what does retinol do exactly? Like, just to simplify it for somebody who might not know.
delays signs of aging. Yeah, it's a wonderful, in my opinion, it's a wonderful ingredient to incorporate in your skincare routine once you're 25 and above.
You know, I saw this one funny reel which says कि आजकल बच्चे तो रेटिनॉल लगाने लगते हैं लेकिन अंडे का येलो नहीं खाते, एग वाइट खाते हैं सिर्फ या
Yeah, that is true because I've seen like a 12-year-old girl talking about her skincare and she's using retinol. I was like,
Oh
What the
God,
hell?
yeah.
a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Oh my,
My
god, that's
God, that's
crazy.
Yeah,
dangerous,
it
dude.
is
Yeah.
like too early for someone to start retinol. I mean, they don't even need it. Your skin is very self-sufficient. It is producing collagen on its own, so you don't
Yeah.
really need it. So she's like talking facts only. Once you turn like 21, 22, 23, 24, I mean, I think that's the best time to start.
Okay, I haven't started.
But you're still glowing.
Oh, thank
How,
you.
how old are you?
I'm not gonna tell that.
Okay.
But I'm young only.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you know when you said ki you guys get so many products like content creators, like even I've seen, like you know every other day there is some new PR package, and then you know there are these different products that you guys are trying. So tell me, does it have any negative effect on your skin? Because like you can't incorporate everything into your routine, right? So how do you go about it? Do you like what do you do? Do you discard it? Do you keep it? Do you give it away? What is it?
So whenever it's a PR, we receive the PR. We'll maybe read about their backstory and what ingredients and everything. And then if we like the brand, then we might try. And if we just don't resonate with the brand, what I do is I keep it aside and I make hampers for my family, friends, and I
Okay.
give
What
that
do you
away.
do?
I mean, I have already like made it very clear to all the PR agencies and all that I don't accept like gifts and PR like out of nowhere. Like they have to inform me before they like decide to send across something. So if it's a brand that I genuinely want to try, I'm like intrigued by, then I would accept it. Otherwise, I don't because I don't like holding on products basically.
Wow.
I
Yashwant is
just
such a
can't see too.
conscious
I
consumer.
swear.
I try
Wow.
like my best. I can't see too many products around me if I'm not using them. And like there are times when brand wouldn't like inform me and they send across the package. I just like pass it on to my friends, family, sister, mother, like whoever wants to use it.
That's
Nice.
exactly what I do.
Okay, great. So, you know, coming to 2024, what does beauty mean to you guys? Because right now we are seeing like so many controversial things happening. Like, there's this person who is the topper of UP board.
Oh, I saw
What's
that.
her name?
I
I've
don't remember her
forgotten.
name.
Prachi Nigam, I think. Prachi Nigam, yeah. So now she was like trolled heavily for
Yeah.
like the way she looks, and then that was really upsetting.
I swear.
You know, even Bombay Shaving Company released
Yeah,
an
yeah.
ad which became very
Said this, yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, things like this is kind of disturbing. And in 2024, so what does beauty exactly mean? And does it incorporate everybody, or should we segregate, or like how to go about it? Like, you know, because for somebody like her, it can be traumatizing. It can just feel like, oh, I can never look beautiful. Like, that might be a
Obviously.
thought
Yeah.
that crosses her. And it, like so many people, they might have different kind of issues going on, and you never know the reason as well. Like somebody might have PCOS, it can be anything.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So yeah, so what are your thoughts on that?
I feel Indeed, it is very hard, especially when it comes to social media. It is very hard to accept who you are sometimes, considering the beauty standards these days, which is insane.
I would like to. I feel like it begins at home. Like for someone as young as Prachi, I feel like when your kid is so young, and I mean, you should tell them that it's totally fine to be different. I don't think like in Indian household, like our parents, like they don't tell us
Yeah,
that
that's
you
true.
can stand out, you can be different, you can like look like someone who doesn't belong in the magazine and still be okay with it. Like of course nobody's gonna like everyone can't fit into that stereotypical image of a
Yeah,
model
you're
or
right. Because,
someone.
everybody is trying to put you into boxes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that can be really
I
hard.
mean, once like talking about confidence, like I mean, for someone who's so young, if they know like it's something they can't change. Like you can't change your body, and plus at that age
And
they
why
shouldn't
should
even.
you? Yeah,
Yeah,
they at
exactly.
that age, unlike at any age, if you are okay with it,
Yeah,
I don't think you should force yourself or get
exactly.
forced into doing something.
Yeah. So I just feel like if one is aware that it's totally fine to be different and they are confident about it, then I think whatever like people say about you, it won't get to your head.
But I think if you're at a very young age, you just don't think like that. You get influenced very easily. Like taking example of my sister, she's 4 years younger than me, and she is highly influenced with her friends around social media, seeing what's there on social media.
A
They're
lot of
just
peer
not.
pressure.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very hard when you are that young. It is very hard for you to accept that, okay, this is who I am, and I'm okay with what I have and everything, because you see everyone looking so perfect around you, especially on social media. Everything is so
With so
perfect.
many filters and
So many
everything.
filters, so many photoshopping, so much photoshopping. And honestly, it's a human tendency that you will compete against other. You will feel like, oh, even I want to be this, even I want to be that. Being very honest, I look at the Kardashians and be like, oh, damn, God, this is who I want to be. But guess what? This is, I mean, it's all, nothing is natural, is what I'm trying to say. But can I get.
You're absolutely right because, like, even when social media was not there, like, I remember when I was in school and, like, younger, and at that time, Instagram had just come in. So it was not like today, nothing like today. And at that time, also, like, I used to not look like what I look today. Of course, I grew up and I started changing, evolving. But at that time, I used to be like around, I think 80, 85 kilos. I used to love eating, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Who
scared
doesn't?
of saying that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I used to love eating. And I know it sometimes might not be healthy to kind of eat as much as I used to and all the wrong stuff. But anyway, like I used to do it, so whatever it was. And then I used to see like other people around me. And even the way people speak, okay, even though it's as basic as how they look at you, how they speak, what the environment is, everything matters. Like even in school, okay, so if you are like this petty tiny girl, you'll of course like you'll have people who are attracted to you
For
and things like
sure.
that. Yeah, and like to a person like me, I mean, I'm like wondering ki, why don't I look like her, why is
Same.
nobody getting attracted to me? Okay,
Same.
so yeah, so that used to really happen a lot, even with or without social media. So I think it's like the society in general that needs to start changing and
I think it
accepting.
starts very early only.
Yeah, it
As soon as
does.
you're born, they're like, oh, he's dark, she's white, she's this,
I
she's that.
swear.
So I think it starts very early. So, and I came across a video where this black girl was talking to her mom and sharing her experience how this uh, her classmate basically was bullying her for her hair. But she was confident because I think she was conditioned to believe that she's beautiful, irrespective of whether she looks white, black, or whatever. Like,
Yeah, I mean, color doesn't matter like
yeah.
in today's time. Come on. Like
Yeah,
so many
that's
people
true.
have fought for us to be here. And yeah.
True.
Yeah. But anyway, talking about Kardashians, okay. That's an interesting
Yeah.
topic. Okay, firstly, tell me who's your favorite Kardashian?
Business wise, Chris. Style wise, Kylie. Kim,
Just because she's Kim.
maybe, yeah, but like style also.
Okay, and what about you?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know what they do.
I mean, I get that.
I mean, I just see them on Instagram. I see them at Met Gala and stuff, but I'm least interested, to be honest. I don't care what they do.
I
What
am
are they?
in it. I am in it. I watch their shows matlab, whenever.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure there are many guys who love them, who are obsessed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
because I
yeah.
have friends who will not stop talking about them.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought guys were like, whatever.
No, I think I've also heard a lot of guys being interested in the
And because of their
Kardashians.
show as well, I think the obsession
Yeah.
is real. So, but I'm more into sports, so I don't really care.
Ooh.
Such a sorted
Yeah.
guy.
Actually, I'm more into sports, so I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know about them.
Okay, so I was asking you. So like Kim Kardashian, she was recently invited like to the parliament, like
Yeah.
to speak on like an issue and everything. And then I saw a reel which says ki people are trusting influencers more than they're trusting politicians these days. Now I don't know how true or statistics or all of that, but like there was this information available. This brings a lot of power to them.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you think like it can be misused, or like is it right to hand such kind of a power, or are we growing in the right direction, or like everything is tumbling down? Like what's happening?
I feel there are obviously much knowledgeable people out there which should have been there instead of Kim. And I don't know, for me, it just didn't make sense because why her? Criminal law, I guess. But still, I feel
You just don't see her like that,
yeah, I just
probably.
don't.
Acha.
I mean, obviously, I feel yes, she is very influential. She also has she also has all the resources. I don't know how to put this,
It's
but
okay.
I just don't get it. I read the comments under the post that she posted, and I was like, people were bashing her just because she was she was with Kamala. So people were bashing like, how are you supporting this woman? She has done this. Go look at the borders and everything. And I was like, wow.
Especially when you read these comments, some comments on Twitter and Instagram are hilarious. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
All
if
the
you
time.
if you want to get entertained, just open your phone,
Scroll.
and keep scrolling
Wow.
the
And more than the
comments.
content, it's the comment section.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes people don't even know what they're talking about.
Ah.
And, like, some argument starts happening, something will happen.
Very random. But like Reels is other, it's the comment section which is entertaining all the time.
Got it. Okay, so coming back to like fashion, because our podcast is called The Fashion
Yeah.
Scoop. So tell me, like, how is beauty, skincare, or even wellness for that matter playing such a big role even in the fashion industry today? Like, why is it integrated, or was it always like this and now it's just like in the limelight? What's happening?
I think people are now focusing more on wellness and health and stuff like that. But I feel just like how fashion is a part of a person, I feel it is very similar to skincare as well. Like, for example, if this is my style, people might come up to you and be like, oh, I really like your style. I really like how your skin is looking. And I think fashion and beauty, skincare goes together. This is what I feel. Also, considering the how influential the fashion industry is, I feel now they have started to accept inclusivity and they are focusing more on diversity. And with that, there's a huge increase in skincare products as well. For example, now people are looking for skincare lines which are specifically designed for hyperpigmentation, because now people are seeing that, oh, so and so model, she is suffering from intense hyperpigmentation and she's still a model. Influence. So I feel fashion is that one industry which is highly influential, and with that, obviously comes beauty and skincare, and you need to maintain your skin to look a certain way, and it's basically an
I
expression
think it's
of self-care.
also like, skincare is, I think, not just putting products, it's also about what you eat, the kind of
From
Yeah,
exercise.
that's
within.
true.
Like, you're like a sports person, that's why
Yeah.
probably you're glowing more.
No, it's the sunscreen that I'm wearing, I think.
Which sunscreen is that?
Is it your favorite brand,
The
the one
recent
you
one that
said?
I talked about,
Huh.
the Dot and Key one.
I love it.
Okay.
I
It's very
love
good.
it.
Yeah. And I was gonna talk about the shade range as well, because talking about fashion and beauty, I have seen like so many models talking about the fact that they are not getting the like their shade range when they like go for modeling and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, earlier I never saw someone talking about it. Now people are like talking, like openly talking about all of this. So I think it's very important. There are like skincare brands specifically like formulated for people of color. So I think yeah, like fashion and skin goes hand in hand. So
Yeah, I agree.
Just shifting from this topic a little bit, recently I read that there is something, I don't know which brand it is, but there are these pants which are like pea stained pants.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Would you guys try something
No.
like that?
Thank you.
I don't know if it's
I'm good.
actual
is
pea or
it
they've just.
Zara?
No, I don't think it's Zara.
Yeah.
I have zoned out on the name of the brand, but like it's something, and it's like pants, like a denim pair. I think stained with pea.
Is it Balenciaga?
Yeah.
Because they could.
Can be.
Yeah.
Can be. So no, you guys
No,
won't go for something
absolutely
like
No.
that.
not. Not me.
Okay, fine. Considering that you guys belong to like the younger generation, and of course, every age group has their own set of insecurities. So, what do you think is like a prevailing insecurity amongst youngsters these days?
I think acne and acne scars and hyperpigmentation when it comes to skincare, basically.
Okay,
That's the major problem which I see around.
and you?
Acne for sure. Acne and dark circles.
Dark
Oh
circles,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
dark
So many
circles.
people like reach out to me asking me suggest something for dark circles, dark
Yes,
circles.
a lot.
But why is everybody getting like, even I have noticed like right now it's become a little better, but in between I had like these massive dark circles for some reason. I don't know, I was sleeping also, and I don't know, was it dehydration? Like what causes these crazy dark circles?
Basically, in most cases, it's due to like stress, lack of sleep, and all of that. And in some cases, it could be because of the structure of your bone. So, like, you can't do anything about it because, again, it's genetics. So, you
Okay, I
can't.
think the skin over there, like under the eye, is very thin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
So like
very
the
thin.
yeah.
veins
Yeah.
sort of pop
Yeah,
up and
that is
all.
why most people like in that case one can use retinol and it will eventually like the condition will improve. But the one that I'm talking about with the structural difference, I think that is the hardest one, and many people don't know about this because there are so many causes of dark circles. They just feel like, oh, like if I use an eye cream, it will go away, but that's not
Yeah,
true.
I thought that only.
No, but like if you see the improvement of like if you've never had dark circles and all of a sudden you see them like up
I think,
under your
I
eyes.
was using like my phone at night. So I have this bad habit. Like I've tried to reduce it. But what I do is I lie on my bed and then I switch off the light and then I have my phone
Yeah.
and I'm watching Netflix. Okay.
Wow.
The worst thing.
And then you wonder why dark circles,
Yeah.
dude?
Yeah. So, like this is like something stupid that I do. Tell me something stupid that you guys do. I'm sure everybody does something.
I think for me it's not wearing sunscreen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, it's not wearing sunscreen, and
I
for you,
mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but
just say it.
I hate reapplying sunscreens. Like I tell other people on the internet, look, you have to reapply, but I don't reapply. I find it very like I don't know.
Relatable Pro Max.
Yashwant is getting very candid.
I'm
Yeah.
very lazy. Like I just hate the fact that you have to reapply, and that too every 2 hours. Like I've seen people talk about it. I'm like, dude, how can someone like practically apply sunscreen every 2 hours? Like you don't
Not
have any other thing
possible.
to do in your
I
life or
won't
what?
even carry it. And like especially with the mini bags that you have these
Yeah.
days, I mean I would probably just want my phone and a key or a card to fit and that's
But
it.
brands are coming up with roll-on stick
Oh yeah,
sunscreens
I
and
mean, they are
everything.
great. Like I would like use it, but then again, like no matter how much elegant you make the formula, you are putting something on your face, and in India, like with this weather condition, I don't think you can reapply. I
Same,
personally
agree.
hate to reapply. No matter what people say on the internet, I just feel like it's mostly the influencers. They're just doing it for the sake of content, but in real life, nobody's reapplying.
Dropping truth
Yeah.
bombs.
I
Okay.
too
I
can't.
personally haven't. I have met so many creators like skincare influencers. I haven't seen them reapply sunscreen in real life.
So,
Oopsies. Tea, guys, tea.
so what's a recent beauty event that you guys attended?
It was the box.
Yeah.
The
It
box
was.
wala that came to
Yes.
India.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that one.
Yeah, but it was very. Um, we went there for like what, 10, 15
Yeah.
minutes.
So,
That's
what
it.
do you guys essentially do in the event? I heard from her that when you come and go, nobody gets to know in an
Yeah.
event. Why is that? What do you do then?
I don't know. I hardly know anyone, even though like I have been around for a while now. But I'm just not a social person. I can't socialize too
You
much.
can't or you don't want to only.
I want to, but I don't know. As soon as I enter the room, I'm very like introverted plus empath, I think, if that's the word. I don't know. Like whenever I enter the room, for me it's the energy. So if there are like people around, they're rolling their eyes and all, like I just
For him, is the Vatavaran.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Is a vibe.
yeah, so I like
So, guys, please be kind to Yashwant. Make him feel more welcomed at your event so that he can at least say hi, hello before he
no,
Yeah.
people come
leaves.
in, they're like, oh, like couple of people would tell my friends that, oh, he's so rude, your friend, he didn't even say hi, and I was like, bro, like I didn't even see you, and plus,
Guys, let me tell you one thing. Yashwant is the sweetest guy
thank you, Gagi.
ever. I'm telling you. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, look at his face.
yeah.
So it's not like I don't want to talk to people. Like when we met for the first time, I was nice to her, and I was like, straight away I told her like, dude, I saw your reel on the like on Instagram, and you were looking so pretty. So I'm not that person who would like ignore someone intentionally and all of that, but I feel like it's more about the other person's vibe. If I
Yeah.
feel the other person is like warm, nice, and grounded, I'll
I
go
feel I'm
out.
also like half the time zoned out. Like I've also received such comments like before, not in an event, but like with friends. So once my friend took me to a Diwali party, and over there I was pretty zoned out. Okay. And everybody's playing cards, eating, having fun, and I'm sitting in one corner. So
Same.
I love music, okay, and like good music was playing, so I'm vibing, I'm chilling. Also, like I'm stressed about what fight I had with my boyfriend. Okay, something is going on in the background, and then she comes up to me and she's like, "Do you realize how rude this is? Like you're just sitting in one
Ouch.
corner, not talking to anyone." So I get like it happens. It
Yeah.
happens. Yeah. Okay, fine. So, there are recently we have seen like a lot of developments when it comes to like the Indian market. We have what Fenty Beauty come in. We have Kylie Cosmetics. So, like, tell me which is one brand. Like, are you excited that these things have come in India, or is any brand that you want ki it should come to India? Like,
I think there are dupes for everything now.
okay,
Okay, when it comes to Indian beauty market brands, there are dupes for everything. But to me, it's more about the experience. For example, if there's a very luxury lipstick, people will be like, oh, इसका dupe है, ये सिर्फ 200 रुपए में, वो तुम 2000 रुपए में ले
oh
रहे हो.
yeah, I've seen such perfume ads also.
Yeah,
Yeah, get a
I know
Tom
the brand,
Ford
but obviously
something,
I'll
but
not
yeah.
name it. But it's more about the experience for me. It's about the fact that I know that I like this particular lipstick because of the experience, because of how it makes me feel, rather than लग के वो same लग रहा है. If that makes sense.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, like I agree with her. Like I have seen so many dupe videos, and I don't think there are dupes, to be very honest.
Yeah.
There are alternatives, like cheaper ones if you
Right.
can't afford it, because everyone has different budget. But you can't be like, oh, this like 100 rupees sunscreen will be as elegant as like as a sunscreen which costs around 2000 and has taken like years to formulate. So like if something is expensive, most probably they are like well researched, well formulated, and like yeah, like in most of the cases, not all the time, but yeah, I don't get this whole dupe
But is
thingy.
there a brand which is out, which is not there in India yet? Skincare, which you really want.
I don't know. I think I'll have to think very hard
It's
because
okay.
most of the time
Leave it.
I
Tell
get
me, out of the ones that have come, which one do you prefer? Fenty,
for
Rare?
skincare
No, just like general
in general.
beauty. Fenty, Rare, or Kylie
I
Cosmetics.
think Fenty. Fenty does really good stuff. They know their shit.
I mean, I love the products. Like, it's like there's this one, what, diamond glitter glow.
Oh,
What
I
that is?
love
What is that? I
that.
don't remember the
Yeah.
name,
Yeah.
but it's so cool.
It's
That
so good.
highlighter. I think it's a
Yeah, it's a
highlighter.
highlighter.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I feel I'm happy about NARS coming to India.
Yeah, even
I
ours is
was
coming.
really looking forward to NARS. And
I think that's for a lot of people. I have never used one NARS product.
Acha.
So tell me ki what's like so unique about it? Why is so many people crazy behind it?
I feel so. I use NARS ka concealer and I love it. It's the coverage. It's the feeling of having full coverage, but yet feeling as if there's nothing.
Weightless.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically weightless. So I like that. But I'm pretty sure there are more
So
brands.
you guys like light formulas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I hate. Honestly, I don't even wear foundation most of the time. But if I do, I usually prefer foundation with basically a serum based foundation. I prefer that. And I do not like the feeling of, the
It's-
cakey makeup and
Especially
everything.
with makeup, like I have seen like people talking about dupes and all the like products that are like under 1,000 rupees, they suck so bad. Like they are not elegant, they are not lightweight, they feel sticky, they don't provide the coverage. And with like all these brands like NARS, like I personally love Chanel for makeup because I would want my skin to look like skin. If there's a spot,
The
Diva. He's a
foundation,
diva.
the Chanel
yeah.
foundation, oh my god.
So, and you can't, I don't know if they can because that would be great if they can formulate such a product like under 1,000 rupees. But
I
I
think it'll
don't
be
think,
difficult though.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
think it's also about the brand name,
that is
which is
true.
why
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah, of course.
expensive.
Like
And plus the
that's even with
packaging,
fashion brands.
Yeah.
Like, you attach a name to it and then everything gets
even the
expensive.
packaging. For me, I can't
Packaging.
use something which looks ugly.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I
Same.
want the packaging to look nice.
Even my toothbrush, if I go out shopping for a toothbrush, aesthetic कौन सा है इनमें से? Which one is more
So
appealing?
beauty brands take note that younger people are very focused on
Especially the
aesthetics.
homegrown brands, they really need to pull up their socks
Yeah.
because they are not doing great, to be very honest.
Okay, got it. Okay, so
Would you like to name a brand?
So many, like I keep telling them, there's this brand Wishcare, they have a really good sunscreen.
Okay.
But if you look at their packaging, it reminds me of Lotus back in 2007 or 8. So I genuinely like give them feedback, dude. Like your formula is actually nice, but you need to work on the packaging because nobody's gonna like waste. Like people will buy it once because if someone is raving about it, but then again, like over time, if you want the product to stay in the market, you'll have to work on all the
Other
aspects. Yeah.
aspects. Yeah.
So I feel like they really need to work on the packaging because majority of the brands have like really ugly packaging.
I feel brands are trying to make their products look very young and quirky, but I feel do you have you seen the package of Drunk Elephant, which is
Yes.
not in India, which I would really like कि वो India में होता, but the packaging is so elegant, so
Yeah.
minimal, but yet very fun.
Yeah.
you just
So that's
sounded
the-
like that auntie who sells suits, so elegant, so beautiful, just
Oh,
looking like a mom. She was just sounding like. Recently I saw that she came up with some more collections, and now she has like a black pant with some net below, and then she's like कि ये तो कभी स्टॉक में नहीं रहता, मेरे घर जाता है तो मुझे वापस लाके देना होता है कस्टमर्स को and everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, like, is there any funny incident that has happened with you guys lately? It can be like a reaction, like to a product, or it can be not related to beauty. It can be just anything, like something funny happened in your life. Something that you would like to share.
I'm sad that I have to think about it.
Same.
So everybody has
Funny.
boring lives like me.
I do. I do,
Yes, I have a
honestly.
very boring life.
What
Same.
has happened? Why has suddenly, I've noticed this, like, including me, okay?
Huh.
Everybody is having like some sort of a boring life going on. What's happening?
I think it's not boring, it's just that it's monotonous. So it
Yeah.
feels boring
But when I was
sometimes.
in college, I used to never feel this way.
Because there's a difference
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you're working and when you're, studying.
The struggle
Anyway,
is real.
struggle is real.
Okay, so is there any trend that you guys are noticing in beauty currently?
Trend. I can point out the trend that I don't like at all. It's the Korean beauty 10-step skincare routine.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, there's no way you need a 10-step skincare routine because your skin will not absorb itna sara product on your face, which is just, it's not possible. And people are trying to mimic the skincare steps which are being performed by influencers outside India. But that is, I mean, that just doesn't make sense because the climate over there is completely different from India. For example, let's say Korea. It's either it's very cold or it's very dry. So, you need that kind of moisture on your face. But
And
like
they
in India, it just
comparatively
doesn't.
had dry skin. Like
Yeah.
when
Okay.
it comes to Indians, we have more oily skin.
Hmm.
So you can't really like do like everything that they are doing.
I think that's for everything. You can't copy a model that's working there and
Yeah.
just put, like, let's say ki if they copied the exact electric car model that they have outside over here, everybody will be crashing into each
Yeah,
other.
true,
Imagine
exactly.
Tesla in India.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tesla cannot figure out a guy coming right in front of your car. Tesla cannot.
And India has so many cows and
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I think now we'll play like a fun game. Okay. And then you guys, I think you both can answer. You have been comparatively quieter. Is there
No, I was
anything?
waiting for my turn. Then I was like,
Don't wait for your turn.
Acha. Now I'll keep quiet.
No,
Now
no, no,
you
no.
speak.
no, I was like,
He's
let her.
saying that you speak too much.
No, no, no. I didn't like let her speak because you asked her. So I was like, okay,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
I'm
wait.
asking the both of you. Tell me, is there something else that you want to say?
I also want to point out one more thing that brands, please stop copying product packaging from other international brands. That is just not cool.
I
And
was
it gives
just
me
gonna
an
add.
ick.
Yeah, I was just gonna add this because talking about packaging, I feel like in India, brands like people behind the brands, they're not as passionate. They just have the money to start a brand.
Yeah.
They don't have an idea or anything basically. They just start the brand out of nowhere, and then the very last minute, they'll start working on the packaging, and then they'll copy paste things.
They
Copy
should
paste
hire
everything.
you as a
Yes,
consultant.
like I'll do it for free. Please don't come up and like
No, don't do
with those
anything
Don't do
for free.
anything for
corporate
free.
stuff. Like I'll do it for free because I can do like much better than what they're
After
doing.
watching this, somebody might actually come to you, ki now do it for me, like
Yeah,
for
Ah,
free.
I'll
don't,
do
but
it.
don't do.
No, I
See.
won't do it for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll
See,
help.
business idea. Make your own brand.
Yes, Yashwant.
Give me the money.
Brand sponsor.
Fine. Okay, so let's just. Is there anything that you would like to say because you were thinking all along?
No, I was just talking about the trend. The one trend that I hate in this beauty space is influencers recommending pharmaceutical products. It's like just
Threat.
there is
Guys,
nothing in
threat.
the caption. It's all blank, and they're like, "This one magical cream removed my dark circles overnight," and then comment for link. And the video has reached 8 millions. What cream is it? Do you need prescription for it from the dermat or not? Like people don't know anything, and they are just like promoting anything on social media. And like sadly, these type of like creators are thriving in India.
Yeah, that is so true.
All types of creators are thriving in India. Like if you see the content, like some, like even if it's not beauty, like some person dancing in their village with their wife, or like
Yeah.
what all is
But
happening.
that is like
soye
still
hai.
harmless, no? Like they're not like harming anyone. So that is still fine in my opinion. But something like this, like you are recommending products which are not supposed to be out in the market. Like otherwise we could just go to a normal shop and get the like cream and use it. Like it's available at the pharmacies for a reason, and dermats are there for a reason. You can't just sit in a room and be like, oh मैंने ये लगाया तुम भी लगा लो.
If you're a teenager, firstly I ask, so I have a private account as well wherein I talk to my followers very one-on-one in DMs. So there was this one person who was asking me, I have severe acne, so what should I do, what product should I use? one thing that I'll tell you is, if you are a teenager, stop getting influenced by creators and influencers on social media. Because if you have a very sensitive skin, if you are going through a very chronic acne phase, go see an expert, go see a dermat. And also, if you are a teenager, stop applying 3 to 4, not, I mean, 3 is okay, but like 5 6 skincare steps. You do not need those fancy creams, you do not need 10,000 skincare steps on your skin. Just go for a toner, a serum, when it comes to, I mean, if you have any skin concerns regarding that, and then a moisturizer, and then sunscreen. That is all you need. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Fine. So she has enlightened us all, and now we shall move on to our game. Let's begin. And you both have to answer. Don't say
Okay.
that I was thinking and now I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Okay, if you had no option but to wear clothes either covered in pet hair or have coffee stains, which one would you pick?
Pet hair.
Pet hair.
Pet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pet hair.
Okay, no coffee stains.
No coffee stains.
Okay, fine. If you could take one celebrity's pet, which one would you choose? Alia Bhatt's cat Edward, Diana, Gino, and I think Priyanka Chopra has one more pet. So these three pets of Priyanka Chopra, or Alaya F's pet MJ.
Is it a cat or a dog?
No, I think it's a dog.
I'm a cat person.
I'm
So
a dog
Edward.
person.
Yeah.
I'm a dog person, so I would go
I
for
have both.
Priyanka.
I have cat and dogs, both. But I'm a cat person
Okay,
right
fine.
now, at least.
Nice. Okay, fine. Glossier or Milk Makeup, a brand which you want to come to
Ooh.
India.
I think
Milk.
Milk. Yes,
Milk.
Milk has really good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
You
tried
know,
Glossier in the past and I think they are very mediocre.
Yeah.
but
it's
I've seen like in UK, there are like people standing outside the Glossier store lining up to buy stuff.
that's what I'm saying. It's about the experience.
Yeah.
Their store is so stunning. I just want to go and get like a mirror selfie and I'll come back.
Same.
Okay,
It's
fine.
all for the aesthetics.
Yeah, it's all for the aesthetics.
Okay, fine. So my last question, and I won't give you any options for this, but a movie you can watch 1,000 times and you won't get bored.
I don't watch movies or shows, anything.
Really?
Yeah, I
What do you
don't.
do then?
I am a YouTube person.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
For
about you?
me, I think it would be either English for English or Queen.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Yeah, I feel like
nice.
both the movies are
We
really
didn't know you
great.
had
For
this
some, yeah,
side.
exactly.
Yeah, I love like when someone falls in love with themselves and prioritize themselves.
Ooh.
He said he was very sensitive.
Yeah, so
For some reason, I wasn't expecting this answer from you.
why?
I mean, in a good way. Sorry,
Okay.
in a good way. In a good way.
Okay, fine. So that's cute. Now we come to the end of the podcast. So tell me, how was your experience?
Honestly, I was quite nervous to begin with, but I had such an amazing time, and thank you to Miss Priyanka for making us feel very cozy
home.
and comfy at home. Yeah, thank you so
This
much
is
for
not
having
my
us.
house, guys.
Same, I had like a great time. Like I didn't enjoy the walk till here, but yeah, it was great. I had so much fun and you're super nice. So yeah.
Tell us the fiasco. Before we end, tell us the fiasco that happened before you
Like
came to
the
shoot.
cab driver dropped me at the back gate and I had to walk literally for a
And
kilometer.
you are so smart that you didn't enter from the back gate.
No, because
you came from outside.
Because the guard there told me like you'll have to walk and आपको पीछे से जाना पड़ेगा. I was like okay.
Yashwant, you could have called me, you know.
Yeah, I'm down.
This guy,
I
he
don't
walked
like
in.
to like
Guys
bother
will
people.
be guys.
Guys, actually.
I hate like bothering people, to be very honest.
I think you should bother people a little more.
And like let me just figure it out on my own.
Chalo, fine. That was the end of this episode. Hope you guys had fun. Please tell us if you have any recommendations. And if you have any recommendations, please text us on 8588 966 996 or you can mail us on pods@indiatoday.com. Thank you. Bye.